Is Celeste the Silver Cord here, bringing you a new moon astrology and spell casting for March 24th, 2020. Just a little ramble to get going. If you would like to join us for more of this kind of content and spell casting and messages from the universe and things of that nature, join us over in our Facebook group, the Coven, the Silver Cord. I'm going to leave that link below. I'm also leaving the link below for personal readings because I am going to go ahead and open those back up for you guys. Personal readings will be done in unlisted YouTube videos. The description will be in the Etsy link below. Just click on that and it will tell you everything that you need to do in order to get a personal reading. Also, if you would like a spell casting suggestion at the end of your readings, add that in there. I have no problems designing up quick little rituals and things that you guys can do for yourselves at home. Just let me know that's what you want and I will add that into your video reading. What else do I got? Okay, I think that's about all I had to ramble about. That's all in the descriptions. Remember, please like, share, subscribe, spank the bell to help me out around here, guys. Give me some comments, show me some love. I really do appreciate it. It keeps me going. All right, so this new moon is going to be the sun and the moon at 4 degrees of Aries. Aries season, my sign. I'm so happy to finally be in this season. I love fire seasons. They really pump me up and get me going. I'm focusing more, since I'm doing this with a spell casting, from the health perspective, because we're going to be doing a sigil health casting here. And with everything that's going on in the world, everybody's focus is on health right now. So with the moon and the sun both being at 4 degrees, it's all about balancing and foundations. And this is balancing out the price of success with how much work that you actually have to do to get it. You have to remind yourself that whatever it is you are visualizing for in the future, they're going to come with its own list of problems. If you want to start exercising more, you're going to have to deal with muscle soreness, things of that nature. You know, if you're visualizing for money, you're going to have to visualize in things like you're going to have to pay taxes, more paperwork, things of that nature. You want to add these little pet peeves into your visualizations because it grounds it into reality. It's kind of like in The Matrix when that dude turns around and he talks about how the first Matrix was made so perfect that the human mind rejects it. Visualizations work like that too. Has to have some touch of reality to it. You know what I'm saying? Just some touches to it. So it's really balancing out. Now we have Saturn in Aquarius now, and this is a time for higher perspectives. And we are moving out of the Capricornian work and structure of one way of doing things to the Aquarian higher perspective of it. And when you're looking at that from a health perspective, it's you're responsible for your health. And I know a lot of people will be like, but this happened to me, and that happened to me, and this happened to me, and that. You're still responsible for your own health. If you're doing things that you know make you feel terrible and make you sick, that's taking responsibility for your own health. If you're eating things that make you sick and you're diabetic and you shouldn't be eating sugar and you're still eating sugar and things like that, this is where this isolation is really going to force you to take some time to look into the mirror. And if you're focusing on health, it is time to start taking responsibility for the fact that you have put yourself in these unhealthy situations. And if you want to change them, you are going to have to change the way you view yourself and view health in order that you can reprogram your mind to view it differently so that you will move easier and make healthier decisions on a regular basis. The other lineups that we have is Mars, Pluto, and Jupiter are all still in Capricorn, and they are at 23, 24, and 25 degrees. That is 5, 6, 7. That is boom, 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 stepping right up. This is fight for what you want, battle strategies. With everything that's going on right now, gyms are closed, things are kind of crazy. You're going to have to figure out new ways of being healthy and stuff like that. Food, you're going to have to get creative with it. This is fighting and battle strategies in order to be reborn. Reborn is painful. It is a painful process. Rebirth is a painful process. Birth is a painful process. That is just the way it is. And it doesn't have to be a scary, painful process. It could be joyous, like giving birth. It's scary, it's painful, but it's the most rewarding experience in your life for most women. And with that Jupiter right there at the end, this is also that you can expand your consciousness, expand your mind, expand yourself. This is where, because we can't do things the old way, people have to do things the new way. And I don't know about you guys, I'm an Aries, it's Aries season. I am all about doing things new ways and changing things up as much as possible. Routines drive me insane. So that's why I like doing this kind of stuff, because it's always different every month. The astrology is always different. The cards are always different, and you can always find something new and exciting to do. So this month I'm featuring for the new moon a health sigil crystal grid casting. Super easy. You just take a piece of paper and you can paint and draw on your sigil, right? You can make spell paper too. Making spell paper is super easy. It's just, you could pick berries or flowers or something like that. You simmer them in a pot. You put a little bit of oil. I usually use like red wine or a vinegar in there. You can add essential oils. You paint your paper with it. You dry it. Ta-da! Spell paper. You know, just whatever ingredients that you're putting into the pot to make your spell paper should go along with whatever you're trying to do. So if you're casting for health, use ingredients that promote health. Things of that nature. You know, this spell, it's a lot of self-reflection, so you might want to add some mica, make it sparkly, it'll make it pretty, and it also adds that reflective quality to your spell paper. So you'll paint your sigil. This is the Celtic Fae symbol for health. That's what I'm going to be working with, and you just paint it on your paper, and then you can line it with your stones. I chose green tourmaline for health, because green tourmaline is an amazing healing crystal, and it does, it's amazing for grounding, and it's amazing for spiritual connectiveness. So a lot of this is really reaching into your own spirit, and really, it's holding yourself accountable without beating yourself up. That is very important too, because if you beat yourself up, you'll find yourself binge eating or something like that, because you, oh, what's the use, da, 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 da. You'll go too far with the taking responsibility of the fact that, you know, you haven't taken care of your health, and now you're unhealthy, and now you're working to be healthy in any aspect of what you're doing. If you haven't been, you know, if you've been losing your mind a lot lately and you realize you haven't been meditating like you should, it's all taking accountability for your own health. And this is about listening to your own intuition when it comes to health. I say that is so important. I spent a lot of 2019 having adverse reactions to medications for a condition that I didn't have. It turns out that I didn't have that condition. I had a different type of autoimmune issue, and the medications were reacting adversely to that. And I had been trying to tell them that I thought I had this other condition for years, almost a decade, since like I was 25, and I'm about to be 36 in 2 days. And listen to yourself, because you know yourself. It's like when you go to a doctor with your kids. The doctor will tell you, you know your kid better than anybody else. You know you better than anybody else. So this is about listening to your own intuition when it comes to your health. So now you lined out your little crystal grid with this. For me, I work with elements. So I always choose an affirmation for each element to work around. I'm just going to do a quick little pentagram grid here. The other point I wanted to add is creating your space is really important. Like, a lot of people think it's hokey and it's silly, and it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to find a way for you to reach these creative energies in yourself. But at the same time, it's every step that you take while you're doing your grids and while you're making your space and you're decorating your altar. Everything you add into it should have something along the lines to do with whatever casting it is that you're doing. And creating your space adds the intent. It creates the space for you to reach and feel the frequencies that you are trying to reach. And by being able to reach them and touch them and feel them, you can bring them forth more into your everyday life as you go around. See, look how simple was that? Let's see. Oh, look how pretty that is just on its own. So now for me, did I turn off the light too soon? Now I can't read my own words. So for this health casting, I'm going with the 4 elements: earth, air, fire, water. I always do north, south, east, west, as I'm calling them. I start with earth. It's north, and earth is all about actionable steps. That's the steps that you take in this reality. The earth is our reality. So in order to manifest anything, we have to take actionable steps into it. Air is your thoughts and your words. What you think and what you speak is what you create into your reality. Fire is the passion within you, whatever you are passionate about. The reasons you are doing what you are doing is what gives you passion. That is your fire energy. And water is compassion. Compassion for yourself, compassion for others. The waters of compassion, it's allowing it, that's emotion. That's allowing emotions to wash in and then allow them to wash back out so that you can constantly have this ebb and flow of moving through the universe. All right, so for earth, I ask for abundance. I ask for abundance in health and healthy options for me. I ask for health to take care of myself and those around me. I ask for abundance in these areas. Air, I ask for strength. The strength to speak and keep my mind focused on my healthy goals. Fire, I ask for passion. Passion to love myself enough to make these changes for my own health, and for passion for those I love around me who I would also like to be healthy for. Water, I ask for compassion. Compassion for myself when I struggle to reach my goals. Compassion for myself for when I backslide. And compassion for others who, as I am so heartily working on my own self and my own health, I see doing such unhealthy things and hurting themselves. I ask for compassion for them as well, so that I am not dragged into a negative place of fear and anger, and lowering my vibrations that way. I ask for compassion to wash over me and allow me not to be sucked into these negative vibrations. All right, guys. I tried to keep it short. I tried to keep it simple for you. If you liked that, please like, share, subscribe. Join us in our Facebook group. Remember the links below. Private readings in the link below. Remember, you can do spellcasting, ask for personal spellcasting suggestions with your video readings, and I will be happy to do that for you guys. Have a blessed new moon. Blessed be all those who walk these magical paths with me. Please remember, right now is a major shift in humanity at the moment, and health is very important right now, and taking care of ourselves and taking care of our neighbors is very important right now. And use your intuition. I know I mentioned earlier in a video where I mentioned that maybe you could do small gatherings and still celebrate with those you love. Obviously, I meant by taking into consideration everything that is happening in your area before you do anything like that. Keep your groups small. Keep up the proper hygienes and things like that of those natures. I'm not saying go throw a massive party, but like, if I got a sister, she's got 4 kids. If none of our kids are sick and nobody around us has ever been exposed, I don't see why my kids and her kids can't have a play date together. Things of that nature. Or if none of your friends are sick, everybody doing a Netflix and margaritas at somebody's house, 2, 3 people, not a lot. You don't need a lot of people around you all the time. And I'm a Leo rising, so I know I really can get into that, liking large groups sometimes. But it really is important for your physical health and your mental health and everything to listen to your intuition so much during these times. All right. I love you guys. I will talk to you later. I'm going to be doing the zodiac April readings, and I will be back with another spell for the March full moon. Love you guys. Blessed be all those who walk these paths with me.